Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. My name's Will. This is the Wimmy YouTube channel. Sorry, I gotta hit you guys with a really quick sales pitch. If you get to the end of this video and you found it enjoyable, you found it helpful, and you want to stick around for some more content, think about hitting that subscribe button. It's totally free to do so. Really pleases the whole YouTube algorithm and helps me out. If not, just hit that like button. But with that out of the way, we're gonna get into today's video. And obviously by the title of this video, we are once again talking about my 2024 Lexus GX 550. And if you've been up to date with like my videos, you probably think that this guy is really just crapping all over the GX. That's the furthest from the truth. I absolutely love my GX. Over all the vehicles I've bought over the past few years, the GX has probably got to be, really high up on the list. Definitely under my Ram TRX, but it's above everything else. So yeah, don't think that I'm just crapping on the GX or being a hater. I do really love the GX, but I need to preface that because there's a lot of butthurt fanboys out there. So a few months ago, I made a video, the 5 things I hate about my GX 550. There was nothing really major on there, but one of the things that I did comment on was that the GX had a lot of hood flutter. And when I posted this, a bunch of people jumped down in the comment section and they were saying they were experiencing the exact same thing. When I did a little bit of more research on like the forums, on the Facebook groups, it was a very well-known issue and a very common issue among a lot of owners. So when I went in for my first service appointment, I actually mentioned it to the service advisor, and they just kind of laughed and were like, oh yeah, we know most of these things have it. There's no like real fix to it yet, and again, this was like months ago. But they're like, we can adjust the little rubber razors underneath the hood, and that should, solve it, if not get rid of like a majority of it. And to be 100% honest with you, my hood flutter wasn't like super dramatic. It was just, it was fluttering. It was noticeable, but in comparison, like my 2024 Mustang, the hood flutters like absolute crazy. So in comparison, the GX really wasn't all too bad. So what they did, like I mentioned, was underneath the hood, and I'll raise the hood and show you guys. But there's like little rubber, like I guess like bump stops, for lack of better words, and they adjusted those. And now that the hood kind of like seals a little bit more, I guess, and the less air or anything gets under there, and it causes it to flutter a little bit less. So that's what they said they did, and for the most part, it got rid of like 80% of my hood flutter. I do still notice it a little bit, but not as severely as it was before. Like I was mentioning, what my dealership did for me was adjust these little rubber bump stops down here, and possibly like these up here on the top. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the bottom ones down here. They adjusted those, which allowed the hood to come down a little bit more and make a proper seal with the latch. So that more or less took away majority of my hood issues. So as of a few weeks ago, Lexus has actually issued the service bulletin, the whole process on repairing the hood flutter itself. I have that entire service bulletin, and I will overlay it up on the screen here. We'll get into that, but apparently what's happened is that the outer like skin, like metal portion of the hood has separated from the inner brace portion of the hood ever so slightly, like a few, like maybe like half an inch or so. And because of that, it's now causing air turbulence underneath there, and it's causing the hood to flutter because again, it's like basically separated from like that brace, like I said. So what you have to do now, if you have this issue, is you basically get like these little urethane blocks, and there's like a part number for all of this, and like I said, I'll overlay it up on the screen here. There's like little urethane blocks, and there's multiple sections on the hood that you basically take this little urethane block, you cut it up, and then you use some adhesive, and you take that adhesive and you stick it in the different areas to more or less close that gap, or just to create some like friction, or between brace and the hood separation. So it kind of closes that little bit of void, and it just more or less clamps the surface of the hood back down together. And after that, you also take some 3M NVH adhesive. If you don't know what that is, I guess like the best way to describe it is think like a tube of like caulking, like with a caulking gun. Same kind of concept as that. It's obviously not caulking, but you go ahead and then you take that, you put it into, like, again, for lack of better words, like a caulking gun, and there's multiple sections that run all across the hood here that you inject that adhesive into, and then it more or less hardens up and it bonds the outer surface back to the brace. So that's the whole service bulletin, and I'll throw that up on the screen right now so you can see firsthand exactly what it says. So this is the first page right here: abnormal hood flutter and or vibration while driving 25 miles per hour or higher. This is the Lexus technical service bulletin. You can just see here a bunch of information, introduction. Some 2024 GXs may experience abnormal hood flutter. Production change information all down here, then warranty information, all that good stuff. We keep scrolling down. It shows the part numbers there, hood foam reinforcement. A little bit lower down here you can see urethane blocks. Those are the little like pieces of foam urethane, like I was saying. And then hood insulator clips there as well. The required material here is the 3M manual cartridge application. Again, think of that as like a caulking gun, for lack of better words. The 3M mixing nozzle, then some 3M MVH dampening material. So that's basically, like I said, the adhesive. Then just a bunch of other little hand tools there. And then, as you can see, a little bit lower down, you got just like more or less like the instructions here. Protect, you know, the engine with something while you're doing the whole installation. And then right here, as you can see, this is the sections of the hood that you will be cutting the foam little blocks up, the urethane foam blocks, to more or less glue them underneath these locations here to close the gap between the brace and the outer skin of the hood. And then a little bit further down here, they show you measurements, so you can measure and gauge how much you have to cut of that urethane block to shove in between the brace and the actual hood itself. As you can see, more diagram here of cutting up that urethane block, applying some of that NVH adhesive to those little foam blocks so you can shove it up underneath there. And then lower down, you can see they have the whole hood removed off of the vehicle, laid down on a stand, and then all those little circle, like the red circle marks that you see right there, that's exactly where you need to inject that NVH adhesive to firm up and bond, you know, the outer portion of the hood to that brace again. And then as you can see there is just another picture of a little bit of overspill of that NVH material. But all of these are going to be up on the screen, and I'll post a link to that exact service bulletin if you want to go ahead and read that yourself. It'll be down in the description below. So after reading all of that, I decided to do a little bit more research, and I jumped onto the Facebook groups and the forums to see if any owners have actually gone through this whole repair process yet. And unfortunately, it seems like a few people have, with not so stellar results. One person was commenting that they did this whole repair, and in the end the hood flutter wasn't fixed, and now they actually have a few like dimples and ripples on the hood where that NVH adhesive actually hardened up, and it caused like creases in the hood. So to me, that doesn't sound like the best course of repair if you're going in there with a fluttering hood and now you have a bunch of ripples and cosmetic blemishes in the hood. And if you take a second and go back at that service bulletin I posted, you know, the official one from Lexus, there's actually a disclaimer in there that states if you use too much of this NVH adhesive, that it may actually cause aesthetic damages to the hood. So basically, if you choose to get this repair done, you're at the mercy of the technician at your local dealership or at your local service center. If they paid attention to that warning, and if they put too much adhesive underneath there, you're going to get cosmetic blemishes. If they don't put enough adhesive in there, you might still have the hood flutter. So it's almost kind of like you're taking a pretty big gamble on this repair. And like I mentioned when I did a deep dive into this, a few people were left with a lot of those cosmetic blemishes, resulting in the dealership having to replace the entire hood itself. I'm pretty sure these hoods, when you get a replacement hood from Lexus, it doesn't come painted. So then not only are you having to get a new hood, that hood is now having to be painted. And a lot of these paints from Lexus, they're pretty technical, like, you know, paints, you know, to match. There's a lot of flake, like in the Caviar. A lot of the other colors have a lot of different layers to them and all of that. So then you're also at the mercy of body shop to match the paint perfectly. And I've seen some horrible paint matches, not like on the GX, but on, you know, other vehicles. So there's a lot of risk involved with this repair, and personally I think this was kind of a really quick solution that Lexus threw out there. I don't think for, you know, a $70,000 to $100,000 vehicle that you should be gluing some urethane foam underneath the hood to secure it from fluttering. I think it should just be like, yeah, we're not gonna go through like this BS repair. We're just gonna send you a new hood and we're gonna have it professionally painted from the factory for you. I know that's kind of asking a lot, but also you're asking a lot of money for these vehicles. And in my opinion, I just think the solution that they've thrown out there right now is just a very quick, cheap solution. And obviously from the multiple people that have commented saying that it didn't work, it's not, you know, the appropriate solution. So that's just my 2 cents. Am I gonna go and get this done? Absolutely not. I even called my service advisor, he's a subscriber, so shout out to you, and asked him about this, and he was saying that their dealership hasn't done one yet, and that before you even perform your first one, someone from Lexus needs to come out and actually perform it for you so you see exactly how it's being done. So, you know, that in itself, like, it's a good thing that, you know, these service centers are being shown by corporate how to do it. But yeah, it doesn't really leave a bunch of like confidence for me. So like I said, I'm not going to be doing this repair. My hood flutter is honestly very minimal after they repaired it on there, so it's not that big of a deal to me. But just wanted to bring that attention to you, you know, you other guys out there. Reach out to your service center. If your hood flutter is really bad, you might want to go and roll the dice and take the gamble on it. But for me, I'm not going to be doing so. So yeah, guys, just wanted to make this quick video for you today, just kind of bringing light to this whole issue that a lot of owners have been faced with. Like I mentioned, I'm not going to be going ahead with this repair. I don't think it's the best, you know, repair option for the hood flutter, and honestly, like I said, mine is very minimal, so I'm not even going to risk it. I'll live with the minor little hood flutter that I have. But yeah, comment down below, guys, if you have any experience with this repair, or if you are a GX owner that's experiencing this, would you roll the dice and take a chance with this repair? But anyway, guys, my name's Will. If you like that video, like I mentioned at the beginning, maybe hit that like button, maybe hit that subscribe button. If not, I'll see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.